Hello everyone, I'm Kirsten Browning. Some of you know me as Sojournalista on Twitter. Others of you know me as iJournalista, depending on the forum. Today is the last day of February, which means that it's the last day of Black History Month. Now, some of you may have been aware that I have been engaged in this month-long mission. Well, regretfully, I didn't do it the entire month. I kind of got the idea 10 days into the month of February, but the sentiment is the same. The idea was to devote the entire month of February to one goal, which was to end human trafficking. Now, some of you may be questioning, what does human trafficking have to do with Black History Month? Others of you may have already made the connection, which is that February is a month where we celebrate the abolition of slavery. Except that slavery still exists, and it still exists even within the US. It's just gone into hiding, which in many regards makes it considerably more insidious, if you think about it. And February is also supposed to be a celebration of the end of racism, as I think a couple of Supreme Court justices would tell you has already been solved. Never mind that 2 days ago was the anniversary of Trayvon Martin's killing, but you know what? I'm not going to go into it. I have a problem with going on tangents. In any case, it behooves me to tell you, if you don't already know, exactly how unsolved this problem is. In fact, there are more people who are ensnared in the bear trap of slavery right now than there have been at any other point in history. 27 million people, in fact. Now, when I say modern slavery or human trafficking, it takes many different forms. It can be debt bondage. It can be a child soldier, a child slave working in a cocoa field. It can be sex trafficking. But it all comes back to one thing. It's the involuntary enslavement of a human being. And there are 27 million people who fall into that category. So, in light of this staggering number, I made a commitment to do one deed a day that would contribute toward the effort of ending modern slavery. I tried to keep them simple. I tried to keep them inexpensive or free. And I tried to get other people to do them with me where possible. So here's what I did. For day one, I sent a care package to a recovering sex trafficking victim in Bulgaria. I put in socks, hats, gloves, things to keep her warm because it's cold. For day two, I helped save a village by contributing money toward the Free the Slaves network, which helps rescue entire villages from being ensnared in the concept of debt bondage by teaching them the skills and giving them the education they need to get gainful employment. Day three was the day before Valentine's Day for me, so I made some Valentine's treats, chocolate-covered bacon, with fair trade chocolate. You can get fair trade versions of pretty much everything, especially if you go to places like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, those sort of places. Minty and slave-free. Day four, of course, then was Valentine's Day for me, so I sent an e-card that simultaneously would also send money to Free the Slaves to contribute toward their efforts. Day five, I signed up to be an advocate with the A21 campaign. Day six, I bought this lovely bracelet, which hasn't come yet, from Made by Survivors, which employs and educates survivors of slavery. Day seven, it's always nice to get something for something, so these pajamas, called punjamis, and they are made in India at aftercare facilities for women who have escaped prostitution. Day 8. For no cost at all, I took the pledge to join the GEMS Council of Daughters to support the Girls Are Not for Sale campaign. Day 9. I said, I'm with Lincoln. By joining the I'm with Lincoln campaign in asking my two senators to make freedom a priority and double the amount of annual funding to address the crime of human trafficking in the US. Day 10. I signed a petition to ask lawmakers to pass more safe harbor laws, which protects victims of exploitation who have been forced into prostitution. And by protects, I mean saves them from being prosecuted as if they had done it willingly. Day 11. For me, that was the 21st of the month. And the A21 campaign has suggested that we set apart the 21st of every month to celebrate and commemorate the fight to end slavery. Day 12. I signed up with the Collaborative to End Human Trafficking to be trained as a public speaker on the topic in my area. Day 13. I signed up for and downloaded the application Charity Miles, which is a free social good fitness app. And it's pretty much the coolest thing that was ever invented because every time you work out, you have an opportunity to make money for a cause of your choice. So for every mile you run, you make 25 cents for your charity. It is awesome. Day 14. I posted these postcards from UNICEF. They have the National Human Trafficking Hotline on them, and you can call this number to report any instances you may have witnessed. Day 15. I donated toward Toy Bank. It's a nonprofit organization that is set up to supply toys to children all over India, many of whom have been stuck in child slavery. Day 16. I visited slaveryfootprint.org to find out exactly how deep my slavery footprint is, which is to say how much my daily purchases and product use is contributing toward the demand of human trafficking. Things like makeup and all of my gadgets, electronic gadgets. I don't feel very good about it. But thanks to slaveryfootprint.org, you can actually lobby many of these companies to ask them to reduce their own slavery footprint and also clear your conscience. Day 17, I disappeared. Going silent on social media and elsewhere around the web in order to create awareness for the 27 million people who have also disappeared. That was part of the End It movement, by the way, and you can find out more information about them by going to enditmovement.org. And then we come to today, day 18 for me, and it's the last day of February. And my deed for today was to create this vlog because I wanted to show you all these tasks that are really simple, very inexpensive, but I'll just be brief in just saying that it's because it's been 150 years since the Emancipation Proclamation, and 27 million is an insane number of people who are still trapped in modern slavery. So why not just give 5 minutes a day to solving a problem that we thought we'd already fixed? I think it's worth a month of deeds. Even more than that. Don't you?